Alrighty, I think I have it set up. So we'll give this a go. Thank you for being patient while I got everything all reset. Good job on words though, guys. You guys are great. I need to go wait, I need to read, but I can't break away from the stream. Well, I appreciate you hanging out, Mustache, but if you need to go and get stuff done, like don't let me distract you to your detriment, okay? If you got shit to do, then by all means. But I think I just have to swap this over to shadow. Maybe? Hey, there we go. I don't know, I would say need to. Is it important? I don't wanna I don't want to be the one causing you to not do things that have to get done. Oh no. Where's my mouse? It's not like I'm going to start gaming a new campaign in the next week or two. I mean, that sounds like something you might need to read for. But welcome to Shadows over Loathing, the second game in the Kingdom of Loathing series. Now, as per tradition, if we get to name our character, it will be Raine Twitch TV. Wait, this would probably be useful information if you could see it. We're just getting right into it, it would seem. You hear the sounds of a diner behind you. Maybe someone there can help you with your little magazine on the face problem. This smells like a diner, and it smells like they're open. Hopefully they don't have a no shirt, no shoes, magazine stuck to your face, no service balls sign posted. I'm not talking to you until you wipe that look off your face. The copy of Look magazine that's stuck to your face. Bathroom's in the back. She points over to the right. As far as you know. Thanks. It's the bathroom, probably? You blunder your way into the bathroom and eventually find the sink. After fumbling with the faucet for a while, you manage to disentangle yourself from the magazine. You stare into the mirror, revealing... my face! We'll stick with that, because that's what we have for West. Funny thing about that phrase, no shoot, no shirt, no service, it never mentions pants. That's... that... I feel like you're treading real close to public indecency laws there. I feel that's more of a legality than a policy. There you are. Leave the bathroom. Try coffee. You'll like it eventually. That's not... Um... That's not entirely inaccurate. The Nightingale welcomes all travelers. The sign says, meat only, no credit. Well now, that looks much better. I'm Ethel. What's your first name? Wait, no. I'm Raine. Yes! Raine. Twitch. TV. Because, I mean, the plug. Gotta get the plug in there, right? Raine Twitch TV. You'd think, but the McDonald's I used to work at had to put up a professionally worded won't serve people who aren't wearing pants sign. Uh, what? Actually, for that is when you have to commission a script doctor to punch up your pants policy. Okay, Raine Twitch TV. Pleased to meet you, Raine Twitch TV. What can I get you? Can I get a cup of coffee? You sure can. Best cup of coffee in the state, if I may say so myself. That'll be one meat. I'm flat broke. Oh, that's a shame. Anything else? Does the bus to Ocean City pick up here? Sure does. Should be any minute. Good thing, too. I hear we're in for rain tonight. What takes you to Ocean City? My uncle lives there. I got a letter from him. He wants me to help him with something. That's a reason, hun, but it's someone else's reason. What's your reason? Ethel locks eyes with you. I want to help. I got in trouble. I'm searching for something. I'm just seeking my fortune. You know what? We wanted to help go west, so we're gonna stick with that. I just really want to help. Your uncle must be pretty important to you. Everyone who needs help deserves help. Got the perk. Scout's honor. Ethel beams. Well, isn't that sweet? The world could use more folks like you, I think. Smile and leave. Missouri summers get hot, and we had a ton of customers coming into the lobby wearing a shirt over their bikini top, but no shorts covering the lower half, thus the please wear pants sign. Ah, I see. I see. You just love helping people. This man is concentrating very hard on his coffee. Hey there, is there something particularly interesting about that coffee? It's my first one. Of the day? No, it's my first coffee ever. Oh? What do you think? I think it's a bad beverage. It's bitter, and it makes my stomach hurt. Well, it's not for everybody, I suppose. Yeah, I think I'll have another one after this, though, and then maybe every morning for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. That's how it goes. Some petty vandal has scratched the name Dan Bob onto the surface of this table. Sitting on public restaurant seats, but you're in ranked. A couple of young women are chatting breezily over coffee. Hey, kitten. What town is this? Poughkeepsie. Are you two traveling? Yeah, Ocean City's turning into a real sawmill, so we boosted her jelly beans breezer for a weekend whirl to the hot potato. Oh, but you make it sound like we went south with it. I flew him a kite. Everything's Jake. Jeez, I'm pretty sure I'm only 3 or 4 years older than you, but I barely understand what you're saying. What are you, a canceled stamp? Go put some pepper in your shoes. I'll try that. Oh, they've got one of those new meat-operated multi-selection phonographs. Or jukeboxes, as the kids call them. Neat. There's something in... Oh, I got a meat! Back from the ads. Welcome back! I'm sorry for the ads. A couple of older folks are having an animated discussion. Well, one of them is. The way these young women act these days, with their short hair and their sassy talk and their dresses that don't even cover their ankles? It's scandalous! And those dances they do, flailing around like I don't know what. I had thought prohibition would have put the kibosh on that sort of tomfoolery, but no sir. Can't imagine dancing a waltz to the music they're playing nowadays, though. And that's the problem right there. This newfangled jazz music with all the drums and clarinets and such. What kind of word is that anyway? Jazz. I think our cups got switched. You're supposed to be drinking decaf. I hope the store you work at doesn't have the levels of stupid that McDonald's has. Every franchise has its own flavor of stupid. It's it's a different kind of stupid. More less of the we need to tell you to put clothes on and more of the super entitled shoving phones in my face to make me watch a 3-minute TikTok to figure out your drink kind of stupid. Pumpkin spice stupid. Well, now that I have a meat, I can get a coffee. Can I get a cup of coffee? Yes. Great. To go, please. Ethel pours you a steaming hot cup of fresh black java. You got a diner coffee. That's everything. Ethel said the bus will be here any minute. Prologue. You pull out the letter you got from Uncle Murray and read it again. Murray Morris. Murray's Antiques, 111 Plunkett Street, Ocean City. Dear Raine, I hope this letter finds you well, and I hope it finds you quickly. Something quite serious has happened, and I need the help of your adventuresome spirit. Come to my shop in Ocean City as soon as you are able, please. Your uncle, Murray. You're just about to go mad from the monotony of this ride when the bus suddenly judders to a stop. You look out the window, expecting to see the sights and sounds of Ocean City, but instead, you see an endless expanse of extremely wet trees. It's the bus driver. Before you talk to the bus driver, I, the narrator, am interrupting because I see that you've played through this bit before. Would you like to skip the prologue? If you do, you will go directly to Ocean City with 47 meat, 30 experience points, and any items you kept in previous prologue playthroughs. No. What's going on? This doesn't look like Ocean City. Nope. Sorry about this, but we're out of gas. Oh, jeez. You didn't fill up before we left? I filled up the bus, but this trip takes exactly 1 full tank of gas. He hands you an empty gas can, plus 1 additional can. Swell. Why do I have to go get it? Well, I'd go myself, except for 2 reasons. Those being, firstly, being as I'm the bus driver, I'm legally responsible for this bus, and I gotta keep an eye on it. And secondly, because of my leg. What's wrong with your leg? It's attached to a fella that doesn't want to go wandering around in the rain at night. Well, alright then. Guess I haven't got much choice. Can I borrow your umbrella at least? This is a left-handed umbrella. I am left-handed, as it happens. But you aren't registered to my umbrella insurance. I'm fucking serious. Sorry about that. Here, I do have a flashlight you can use, so good luck. Drink red cola. Protect your family. An old billboard from before the war. Insurance. Gas. This gas pump is empty. This gas pump is full of water instead of gas. There's a little bit of gas left in this pump, but there's no hose on it. Seems like just yesterday that gas only cost 6 and 15/64 meat a gallon. Those were the days. This station seems to have run out of service. There's 1 object left on the snack shelf. Got a cheese loaf. Oh. Nobody in their right mind would consider this vile substance a snack. It's weird that the cash register is pointed toward the front of the store. It's mostly empty, but you find some loose change. There's an old baseball bat leaning against the wall here. Empty oil cans, a whole pyramid of them. Either they're out of postcards, or all of the scenery around here is invisible. The sign says employees only. Are you an employee? Yeah. Really? You never mentioned working at a gas station. Yes, really. Well, okay, if you say so. I do say so. If a broken radio can still be considered nice, this is a pretty nice radio. A desk, presumably optimized for doing gasoline-related business. 4 of the drawers contain nothing but old receipts and pencil stubs. The 5th one is locked. The shelf smells like axle grease and old paint, probably because that's what's on it. The shelf is laden with miscellaneous electrical widgets and doodads. You don't have any use for them, though. This shelf is full up of old personnel files. Look up Raine Twitch TV. I'll be darned. Here's your file. You do work here. Gas station personnel file. Sorry I ever doubted you. This is your personnel file from the abandoned gas station you work at. Each object that you examine on this shelf is dirtier and more boring than the one you looked at before. Looks like this is the control for that car lift thing. Nothing happens. It must not have power. You really want to know the story behind this sign? That old flivver looks promising as a source of gas, but you can't reach it while it's on the lift. It's a big tool chest, but all of the good tools have already been stolen. A fuse box. As advertised, this is a box containing 1 fuse. However, the fuse is broken, which is probably not intended. You should keep an eye out for a replacement. There must be one around here somewhere. You dig through the boxes and find a single unblown fuse. You did what you needed to do here. There's no sense in subjecting yourself to further electrocution risk. Hey, there we go. The car is missing its gas tank, but there is a big glass of gasoline in the cup holder. What? 3... Okay. Finnegan's optional boxing gym. You don't have to fight if you don't want to. Good to know it's not compulsory. A miserable-looking hitchhiker is standing in the rain, listlessly sticking out her thumb. Hi there. Her head turns very slowly to face you, and her eyes don't quite meet yours. Can you give me a lift? I need to get to Albany. Sorry, I'm going the other way. Oh. Also, I don't have a car. Oh. What's your name? I'm Raine. Lydia. Nice to meet you, Lydia. Although I admit the circumstances aren't great. What's in Albany? Do you have family there? No. I just want to go somewhere new. Albany isn't new, though. It's one of the oldest cities in the country. Okay, that's fair. Do you know where I can get some gas? Gas? The bus I was on ran out, and the driver sent me to find more. Bus? Yeah, I'm trying to get to Ocean City. I've never been there. Okay, then. How about this rain, huh? Lydia looks very slightly surprised, and glances around slowly. Oh. It's raining. It sure is. What a night to be stuck out on the road, right? I hadn't noticed. I get the feeling you weren't much of a noticer. Seen any good movies lately? I saw Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde at the Nickelodeon. Oh, that's a classic. What did you think? It was very scary. I liked it. I prefer comedies myself. Have you seen the new Buster Keaton one, The Cameraman? I don't know who that is. Oh, he's great. You have to see Sherlock Jr. That's my favorite. Really terrific. Read any good books lately? I read The Invisible Man. It was really good. Oh yeah, H.G. Wells is great. Have you read his new one? The War in the Air? I didn't care for it. The one I'm thinking of is Mr. Something on Something Island, but I forget the name. I forget the name, but it was terrible. His early works are his best. Like The Time Machine. Yeah, I love that one. I'm glad we were able to find something we could connect on, Lydia. So, um, um, okay, bye, good luck. This field is extremely corny. Hey, I ain't wanna be unfriendly, but this is a private residence that y'all just barged into. Oh, geez, sorry. Everything's so desolate outside, I guess I just assumed this place was abandoned. Well, come morning, you'll be right, so you might as well get in out of the rain for a spell. Thanks. My name's Raine Twitch TV. Howdy, Raine. I'm Elias Chekhov. Make yourself at home. Chekhov? Bears, gears. Is that tears? There's a weird device on top of this box. What's this funny looking thing? That's a duck call. What's it for? It's for calling ducks. Oh, fun. Used to be. Don't work anymore, on account of it being haunted. Haunted? Ugh. The only bots allowed in my chat are my bots. Where did my mouse go now? Okay. Yeah, well, not haunted exactly. A bunch of spiders got in there, and now it sounds all scary when you blow it. I see. If you want it, it's yours. You gingerly take the duck call, trying very hard not to think about spiders. What spiders? Good job. All these boxes are labeled bears. Are these boxes really full of bears? Nah, those boxes are all canned pears. I had a little fun writing the labels, that's all. You want a can? I got one left that didn't fit. Thank you. There's a rifle hanging over the fireplace. Are you leaving this rifle behind? Yep. How come? Well, it's a varmint rifle, and where I'm going there aren't any varmints. There's vermin, to be sure, and critters such as like that, but the almanac don't list any examples of a varmint varmint, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. No need to fret over it right now in any case. That gun is for later. Later? Yep, much later. Okay. Wait, are these boxes of tears or tears? Don't be ridiculous. Can't put neither one of them in boxes. That don't make any sense. Then what's in the box? What's with these boxes of gears? My daughter Simone left those behind when she went off to school. Figured I should keep them for her. Makes sense. A Kitchens Incorporated brand kitchen sink. A collection of stains make it home. Home on the range. These boxes are labeled shares. What's in here? Stalks? Scissors. Shear. This is a very large box, considering that most people own either 0 or 1 class ring. Is this box really full of class rings? Yep, about 140 of them. Did you go to 140 times? Nah, of course not. I just collect them is all. Why? Well, they're rare but not very rare. They're all different in interesting ways and they're shiny. There's the collectin' trifecta. Okay. The store leads to a bathroom. Can I use it? Can I use your bathroom? Sure. How'd you know that door was the bathroom, though? I always had a knack for knowing which doors lead to bathrooms is all. Well, good for you, I guess. You can see your face in Elias's mirror, just like your own mirror back home. Look at yourself in the mirror. Hi, Raine. Hey there, good looking. Aw, what's wrong? Why, I oughta... Oh no, oh no, oh no. You remember something really embarrassing you did a couple of years ago? Ugh. Go. Close your eyes. Back to normal. Smile. Oh, I see. This is a surprisingly modern toilet for such an old house. You flush Chekhov's toilet, hoping it won't come back to haunt you later. This door looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Where does this door lead? I ask you. Spare bedroom. Ain't been used in forever. I don't even bother opening the door since that dust devil got in there. Feel free to help yourself, though. I doubt you'll find much use. A dust devil? Yeah, those critters are a real nuisance around here. They're attracted to beds that ain't been cleaned under properly, and since I lost my broom back in 26, it's been a real, what'd someone call it? Nutrient-rich environment. Ornery little beast. Real territorial. Be careful. A tasteful arrangement of dried fronds. It's a shelf full of pulp westerns. Hey, this one looks like it's worth a read. The Handgun's Tale. Me in the drawer. But I don't have any weapons. Do I? Oh, yeah, okay, I do. Did I really just... You should have listened to Chekhov. Wow. There's nothing on the clothesline except a pair of socks and an old gun. You take the gun and leave the socks. They don't look safe. I want to be cheap viewers. I can't even beat a scarecrow. This turtle is stuck on its back. Why aren't you helping it? I am. Baba, perhaps Bowie even. Az! Hello! Welcome in! How's your day been? How's your vacation going? Enjoy Blue Cola, the honorable choice. An old billboard from the war. Cheerful-looking hobo toodles idly on his harmonica. Hi there, I'm Raine. Well, howdy there, neighbor. I'm Howie. Pleased to meet you. I'm not actually from around here, though. Well, the way I see it, this whole country is my home, so everybody is my neighbor. Aw, that's nice. Either that, or they're all trespassers who better get off of my property. I'm just joshing your friend. Care for some jerky? What kind? clam. It's a local delicacy. Blue colas do not matter. Just been chilling with my cat and eating good. That sounds amazing. Sure, I'll have some jerky. There you are. Can't abide the stuff myself. Like eating a dried slug, but saltier. Come to think of it, that's exactly what it is. You're really selling me on this whole local delicacy. And if you ask me, the locals are a little bit weird. Where are you from? Originally, I'm from Hawaii, but I got bored of gorgeous tropical beaches and decided to hit the rails. You rode the rails? From Hawaii? Yep. Real challenging trip for a first-time hobo, but I made it through all right. You ever think of going back? They only got the one track there, so it was a one-way trip. I might head back for a visit once they've built a second one, though. You live here? Not permanent like, but I've been camped out here for a few days. All alone? Well, it used to be a bit livelier, but the boss has sent a railroad bull to run everybody off. A railroad bull? You mean like a cop? You could say that. I think he's still prowling around out back if you care to test your mettle. I don't advise it, though. Is he packing heat? No, he's unarmed, but one of your arms might make a pretty good club once he gets it off you. Huh. Any plans for the future? Well, word on the wall is that there's a camp forming in Ocean City. I figure I'll mosey on over there once this rain lets up. Word on the wall. I've never heard that phrase. Is it like through the grapevine? Similar. Let's see. Can I trade him? So you're moving out? Yep, I finished packing, so now I'm just waiting for the movers to come and take this last load of stuff. You've got movers coming in the middle of the night? Nah, in the morning. But I went and packed my teddy bear and forgot which box he's in. Can't sleep. Let's see. Why are you leaving? Well, my daughter went off to college, so there's nothing keeping me here. I never practically cared for farming anyhow, just kind of fell into it, you know? So I reckoned I'd take the opportunity to retire and travel a bit, see what kind of trouble I can get up to. Nice. So what's your story? What are you doing out on a night like this? Well, I got a letter from my Uncle Murray. It sounded urgent, so I hopped a bus to Ocean City. I ain't sure how to tell you this, but you've got a ways to go yet. Yeah, the bus ran out of gas, so the driver sent me to scavenge for some more. I gotcha. Well, I think there's an old gas can in the barn out back. You're welcome to it. Thanks. I gotta warn you, though. You'll have to fight my daughter for it. What? Well, technically, I should say my daughter's monster. What? It's a thing my daughter Simone built. What? See, my kid's a real technical whiz. She built an ominous robo traption to help with the plowing and the harvesting and the like. Worked real nice, too. Wow. Problem is, after she left, it blew a what's-it tube and got violent. I'm pretty good with machinery, but when it comes to these newfangled electrics, I might as well be a dog trying to read Play-Doh, so I locked it in the barn. I see. You're welcome to try your hand against it if you got a mind to, but please be careful. It's got a lot of sharp bits on it. Here's the key. Hey, Elias. What can I do you for? I found this old class ring. You hand it to him and he looks it over. Hey! It's a 17 SIT ring. I've got one of those in faux emerald, but not a faux sapphire like this one. These are the ones they gave to the junior varsity pig skinners. Had a little enchantment on them, so the kids wouldn't get quite so many concussions. Probably worn off by now. Is it worth anything? Nah, not to a jeweler or a pawnbroker or anything like that. 8-karat gold and the stone's made of glass. A collector'd give you 50 meat for it, such as myself if you're interested in selling it. Just have it. Well, thank you. That's right generous. He admires it a bit more, then slips it into the pocket of his overalls. You've got enough XP to learn a skill. Open the character sheet. How much? I can learn a skill? can't put your back into it if your back is barely strong enough to support the weight of your own head. Muscle lets you lift heavy things, break fragile things, and deal damage with melee weapons. Quick wit. You might not be the sharpest tool in the drawer, but you're not the dullest knife in the shed. What? Your mysticality helps you figure things out, and sound smart when you talk and deal damage with magical weapons, mostly utensils. You know you're not supposed to wear plaid and stripes at the same time, but you're so cool that you can get away with it anyway. Your moxie helps you look cool, move with grace and style, and deal damage with ranged weapons. Good eyesight. You can recognize the letter E from really far away. I suppose we're gonna go for moxie. You have a recurring nightmare about searching for something in one of these. It's a nice barrel, but it'd be nicer if it had anything in it. Based on the arrangement of objects around it, you conclude that this is a machine for turning hay bales into loose hay. Or loose hay into hay bales? You're not getting past that thing without destroying it. Simone's monster is now just a pile of parts on the floor. Rest in pieces. It's a workbench for welding. It's mostly tools you don't understand, but you do find some gloves. You'd go up there if it weren't for your hay fever and your falling out of lofts fever. It's a falling out of lofts fever. Wait, does that mean I might be able to beat this thing now? Barely. It's an old tractor. There's some old rags shoved in where the gas cap should be. I hope I have time to plow the soybeans before it's time to bait the hens. No. We're not doing this. No. Hey, Elias. What can I do? What can I do for you? I had to beat up your scarecrow. Sorry. Well, I was leaving it behind anyhow, but why'd you go and do a thing like that for? It shot at me. With a gun. Oh. Alright. Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable then. You heard a lot of things, nice things about Topeka, but not 1,200 miles worth of nice things. There's a weird plaque where Lydia was standing. Historic site. At this exact spot, on the 13th of October, 1908, the state's first mass-produced automobile, a Ford Model T purchased by Hiram O. Krillins, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, Lydia Barnsley. So apparently that woman you talked to a few minutes ago has been dead for exactly 20 years. Good, swell. Everything about this is great, and you aren't regretting this trip before you even arrived. Go about your normal, non-haunted day. This turtle seems to be heading to Ocean City too. At this rate, it might beat you there. What are we gonna name the turtle? Guys, we need to name the turtle. Oh no, I don't know. It's not a horse, so we can't name him Duppers. Turtle. Done. I think I like Turtle. Okay, Turtle it is. You got an item. Turtle the turtle. A turtle is like a slow bandage. Each round of combat, Turtle heals a random wounded ally by his mysticality. Oh, I love it. Wait, Simon the Nightingale, what do you do? When you were 4 years old, Simon flew in your bedroom window and refused to leave. He's been with you as a familiar ever since. Each round of combat increases your muscle mysticality or moxie. I'm good with that for now. Hey there, friend. Any luck with the gas? You showed the driver your gas can. Well, his gas can. Well, this can doesn't usually hold that much gas. Not sure how you did that. Well, whatever. Are you ready to hit the road? He takes the can and empties it into the bus tank. And with that, we're on our way. All aboard! You climb back onto the bus and return to your seat, and soon you're dozing off to the sound of rain spattering on the window beside you. Unfortunately, it's barely an approximation of sleep. The sort of sleep that you slip into so gradually that you don't even know you're asleep until something wakes you up. Plunkett Street! And you realize that your meandering thoughts of the past few minutes have been utterly strange, shadowy tendrils of whispering ideas. Hey kid, this is your stop, right? That are now totally forgotten. What? All ashore, what's going ashore? Thanks for traveling, Willis Bus Co. Disembark. Cola Wars surplus. Well, it's a can full of trash. You find a discarded bottle of cologne. The bell over the door jangles as you walk into Murray's Antiques. The young woman at the counter looks up as you enter. Oh, hi! You must be Raine. We don't get many customers at this time of night. Or really at all. That's me. You were expecting me? Yeah, Murray didn't say much about you, but he gave me that letter to mail. My name's Jessica. Oh, geez, you're soaking wet. Come on in and we'll get you a towel. You walk over to the counter, trying not to drip on any vintage bric-a-brac, as Jessica grabs a threadbare bath towel from a shelf and pulls the tag off before tossing it to you. Thanks. Is Uncle Murray here? His letter wasn't very specific. He isn't. You said that in kind of an ominous way. Where is he? Jessica sighs. I wish I knew. He had a line on another artifact and said it was going to be a tough one. I told him he should get some backup, but he wasn't willing to wait. He just wrote that letter and told me to mail it if he didn't come back. Is there something I'm missing here? This is an antique shop, right? You make trying to talk Great Aunt Ruthie into her mother's Chesterfield sound like a deadly spy mission. Yeah, this is gonna take some explaining. Well, I'm definitely intrigued now. Explain away. We don't have a lot of time just now, but follow me and I'll give you a quick sketch. Alright? Jessica leads you into a back room furnished with some desks and some strange-looking machinery. Welcome to our back office, the hub of our little operation. I'm guessing by operation you're talking about something other than antiques? Well, yes and no. See, a few years ago, Murray found out that there's a bunch of antiques circulating that are, well, hinky would be a real understatement. Hinky? Murray called them tainted, dark magic, real bad mojo. You know, cursed. Oh, for a second I thought you were making bathtub gin or something. Are you serious? It's no joke. That's what our real job is here. The antique store is just, well, not exactly a front. We find a lot of regular antiques too, and selling them keeps us in scratch. But really, we're trying to hunt down all these evil doodads and neutralize them so nobody gets hurt. And Uncle Mary went out to get one and never came back. That's the long and short of it, yep. What do you say? Are you in? Uh, Crazy adventure it is. Absolutely. I am always up for a crazy adventure. Great. You hear the shop door opening, and after a moment, a goblin pokes her head into the office. Hello? Oh, hey, that's Swelled Simon. Hey, Gabby. Murray's sister's kid showed up. Come meet her. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, I like that. That you can choose, you can change the pronouns, and that they have gender neutral pronouns. I like that. Hi, Gabby. Pleased to meet you. Hi, hello. The pleasure is all Gabby's. Gabby, would you be a dear and carry her luggage to Murray's room and grab some blankets and stuff out of the cupboard? She can sleep there till we find Murray. You've gotten it. Gabby picks up your suitcase and carries it through a door in the back of the room. Great, I could really use some sleep. Wow. There's a cat. A white cat is snoozing on an old towel. What's this cat's name? Calliope. Murray got her a couple of years ago. You give Calliope a good scritching, but she doesn't react at all. Why doesn't Calliope like me? She'll warm up eventually. Try giving her some sardines. She loves those. Do you have any sardines? No, we're all out. You can get some more tomorrow. They have them at the Cola Wars surplus store next door. Okay. Calliope, what a precious being. I'm in love. Which room is mine? This is your new bedroom, apparently. You can hear Gabby bustling around in there, making the bed and such. Hang on a sec. You can't go to sleep yet. I'm pretty sure I can. I bet I could do it right here while I'm still standing up. Well, I hate to spring this on you, but there's something we need you to do before the night's over. Precious bean antics only, indeed. I'd be happy to help. What is it? You know those cursed artifacts I was talking about? Since info on them is so sketchy, we've been working on a machine that can detect them with radio waves. I call it the Detectatron 1000. We've just gotten it up and running since Murray left, and it turned out there's a tainted thing practically right on our doorstep. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, it's not great. I was gonna have Gabby go get it. That's why she came over tonight. But since you turned up out of the blue, guess there's no time like the present. I'm probably not exaggerating when I say there is literally no time except for the present. What? As in, there might not be a future. You won't have far to go. It's just down the other end of the block, if the readings are right. There's a newspaper office that got shut down earlier this year. It should be there. Well, Gabby will go with you. She's good in a fight. Heck yeah. Yeah, well, hopefully it won't come to that, but you never know. Hey, Gabby! Gabby reappears with an expectant grin. Go to the newspaper office with Raine and help her get that hat, okay? Okay, Gabby is ready for an action. Let's mosey. I don't want to sigh. Alright, fine. You said it's a hat? A cursed hat? According to the readout, yeah. A men's fedora, probably. And I'm supposed to, what, just break in and take it? Well, not break exactly. I managed to finagle a spare key out of the guy at the realtor's office. I'm pretty sure that still counts as breaking and entering. You'll be in and out back. You'll be in and out and back here and in bed before you know it. Let's do this. Gabby. Look, which way? Is it you? Yes. You take a deep breath and unlock the door and give the key to Gabby for safekeeping. The drawer on this one is slightly ajar. Nasty old leftovers. That's pneumatic tube system operational manual. Carver, I can't believe I have to tell you this, but it is against company policy for an employee to steal the printing press. You are fired. You are so fired. I need a new phrase to describe it. I'm giving you the axe, and if I see your face in here again, I will both give you the axe and set you on fire. Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. How did you even lift it? You must have had, what, 5 accomplices? Unbelievable. You make a mental note to never pick a fight with this Carver person. Nasty old coffee. Government corruption at all-time high. The government has once again slashed funding to city services and social programs, citing waste, but without offering any supporting figures or explaining where the funds have been reallocated to. Additionally, anonymous sources report it cuts off abruptly, maybe as a result of the pink slip next to the typewriter. Carmen Sandiego has caper. The note says, Tucker, I got you that bottle you wanted. I stuck it under the water cooler where Burgess can't find it and rat us out to the prohees. Beck. Under the water cooler, eh? Surely it's not still there, but it couldn't hurt to check. Hey, look, a trap door. Excuse me? It's a calendar from 11 years ago. There's a huge black skull scrawled on July 22nd, 1917. What happened on July 2nd, 1917? The control panel has a green button, a red button, a big lever, a knob with a bunch of letters on it, and a series of colored lights that are currently all off. Startup. Push the green power button. Okay, green lever. Okay. Okay, green lever. Yellow. E. D. Hey! Well, someone's going to be getting some very strange mail. What were those things anyway? And what were they doing down here? Were they trying to start an underwater newspaper? That wouldn't work. The ink would smear. This must be the hat Jessica wanted you to recover. You got a terribly cursed fedora. An ominous, vaguely person-shaped stain on the ground. Where's the booze? It's an underground press. Literally, there's still a newspaper left in it. I want to read it. It's more of a manifesto specifically calling out the government's suppression of the local newspaper and the importance of a free press. There's also an amusing but puzzling cartoon about a dog arresting a mouse for throwing a brick at a cat's head, which the cat didn't seem to mind. I'm not putting it on. Okay, so what day was it? July 22nd, 1917. July 22nd, 1917. Apex! Hello! Welcome in! How are you? How's your day been? Well, I definitely know my cat loves me. Came back from my LGS after going there for the first time in a while, and I walked into my room to him laying on my chair screaming at me, as cats are ones to do. Local game store. Okay, got it. Gotcha. Like, LGS. What date would you like the archives for? You find something interesting. The top story from that date is the Ocean City comptroller's passing of an overly complicated sidewalk right-of-way policy that outlawed street-side newspaper vending machines and limited the maximum allowed width of newsstands to 4 feet. The story continues to say that watchful eye management raised concerns about loss of revenue, and the comptroller made a vague promise to divert city funds to make up for any future shortfall. Looks like it worked out great for everyone. You find something interesting. Tragic accident certain to have no consequences. Tragedy occurred yesterday evening when Hiram O. Krullins, the owner of the first mass-produced commercial automobile registered in the state, accidentally struck and killed the state's first hitchhiker, i.e. a person standing on the side of the road attempting to solicit transportation from passing motorists. Fortunately for Mr. Krullins, the notion that vengeful spirits of the dead might haunt the places of their demise in murderous phantasmagoric rage has been rejected by modern science as rather unlikely, wouldn't you say? Unlikely. Sure. Where's the bottle? I was hoping for boobs. Oh well. Robinson. First Hinden, then Carver. Who's next? Venables says if Burgess comes for him, he's gonna karate chop his desk in half. Sincerely, Curtis. P.S. What's a karate? What's with the Viking woman? She's a goblin. She's Gabby. She's our Gary. Wait. Oh, I didn't see the rest of this. Oh. Gary was our goblin companion from West of Loathing. They're like your RPG companion. They're in your party. Curtis, if I've told you once, I've told you 100 times. Not enough people buy the paper anymore to keep the lights on in this joint. Electricity is expensive because it is a very recent innovation. As such, fully half of your salary is paid by the government subsidies. This is to say that the hand that feeds you is the hand you keep biting. We go way back, buddy, but you've given me no choice. Clean out your desk and scram. Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. Whoever worked at this desk forgot to take off their cufflinks. Hinden, I'm not paying you to publish cockamamie conspiracy theories. In fact, I'm not paying you at all anymore. Clean out your desk and hit the road. Grover Burgess, Editor-in-Chief. P.S. Do you like the word cockamamie that I used up there? It's a slang term I coined. It means ridiculous or implausible. I think it's really gonna catch on. What decks did you get to play? Are we talking Magic the Gathering decks? There's a half-finished letter in the typewriter. Reginald, I think Burgess is onto us. We've gotten careless. In fact, maybe I shouldn't be typing this out as a letter instead of just talking to you in person. Why am I doing this? Meet me under the water cooler this afternoon. Oh, crap. Here comes Burgess with a pink slip. Sincerely, it doesn't say who it's from. The writer must have gotten fired before they could type their name. Also, under the water cooler? What's that all about? Magic and card fight Vanguard? I don't know that one. Let's see what's on the old AP feed today. Today's list of banned dances. the chutney slider, the dirty, dirty blitz, and the upside down tango. Today's winning racehorses: Gristler's mother, Too Much Corn, and Howitzer Jacket. Jack Dempsey removes teeth to improve boxing skill, says Dempsey in interview. Babe Ruth gets haircut. Barber says you'd think he could have left a better tip. I think that's all we can do for now. Hey, how's it going? Did you find the hat? I found a hat. I guess it's the one you meant. It doesn't look unusual. Although, yeah? Well, it does creep me out a bit. I can't really put my finger on why. I know what you mean. Feels kind of like you have a headache, except you don't actually. More like a feeling of dread, like something terrible is about to happen, but I don't know what it is yet. Well, that is definitely not related to the fact that I need you to take that hat and go sit in the machine over there. Why? That's our uncursing machine. Gotta get the curse off that hat, right? Okay, that makes sense, but, what? Can't we just put the hat in the machine? Why do I need to be involved? Because the machine needs a mind to guide the uncursing process. Together, you'll lift the curse from the hat and transform it into a sort of allegorical dream space that the machine can transfix. What? Sorry, I know it's a lot. Let me rephrase. The uncursing machine uses your subconscious mind to drive a wedge between an item and its curse. The item is cleansed relatively easily, but that doesn't negate the curse fully. Once separated from the item, the machine stores the curse and allows you to physically project into it and try and resolve the metaphorical scenario at the core of its existence. That's where things can get a little weird. Yeah, I know it sounds crackers, but you'll have to just give it a try to understand. Who the fuck are you? You weren't here earlier. It's a friendly looking guy. Hi there, I'm Raine. Well, hello, Raine. I'm Charles Wallace. What do you do around here? Oh, your general handyman sort of stuff. I keep the lights on and the water running. Built the Detectivetron and the uncursing machine, too. Wow, that's some real high-tech wizardry. It's nothing really. Let me ask you something. Anything I can help you with? How does that weird uncursing machine work? Oh, I only built the thing. I can't begin to tell you how it works. The innards are all wired up to a little porcelain cat figurine that Murray found somewhere. Well, that's weird. In a real traditional sense, yep. I posted the boss cards of both decks in general and my new sleeves. I want to see. I need to know. Oh, those are pretty. Oh. The writing is a little tiny, so I can't quite read them, but they look cool. Are you happy with them? Alright, I guess this is the uncursing machine. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you're happy. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? The terribly cursed fedora. No sooner have you sat down than the machine, with a hiss, positively whips the fedora straight up into the dome. The hat rattles around in there angrily like a snake in a cement mixer, and after a good loud minute, flops limp and wet into your lap. Whatever ominous energy once possessed the terribly cursed hat is gone. It is now simply a terrible hat. You got the uncursed fedora. But the curse itself still lives, transfixed as a dreamlike construction within the machine. Now, how do I get rid of the curse? See? Curses are like energy, Raine. They can't be created or destroyed, only changed. Can't remember who said that. Isaac Newman? Newton? Newton Newman, yeah. That machine knows how to take a curse from one object and put it on itself, but as for how you change a curse, well, I don't know. That's some higher consciousness, spiritualist stuff. Don't know much about that. I'm more of a Newton Newman sort of guy. The fedora's curse bounces around the innards of this machine, daring you to come project your consciousness inside it. A machine that just howls milady. Okay, good night. I need sleep. Thank you so much for stopping in, Apex. I hope you have the bestest of best sleeps and a wonderful night. Thank you for the self-care. Y'all know the drill. Unshrimp those spines, hydrate or dihydrate, and get a nice big stretch in because self-care is best care. A little more Red Bull. Don't mind if I do. That works for me. Okay. That sounds safe. I'll do that. This thing's gonna fucking kill me. Wait. What? Fedoral Reserve? My self-care also dictates I sleep now. Not a problem, Dune. Thank you so much for popping back in. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Bye. I heard thy death call, creature. A tree fell before its time, a ground stained with sin. Even in Arcadia, there is death. Even in paradise, there is a killer. Thou know who I am and why I am here. Aye, Cutter, there has been a murder. What knowest thou of murder? That I did not do the murder, that is all. What mo have thee for me? Only this. I am one of 3 brothers. One of us always tellins the truth. One of us always lies, and the third of us does not speak in at all, but honks. If I find in thee a liar, there is no thing I can do to save in thee. Aye, Cutter, thou art a servant of the wood. Blessed be her branches. I am thou, and thou art busted. Big power in the wood today, Cutter. Aye, a tree has fallen in the forest, and it has made a sin. But not me a sinner, that I assure thee. Thou claim to be without sin? None of us is without sins, but mine do not run to murder. Then whose? Look for my brother. Thy brother speakins of 3 brothers, one who always lies, and one who always tellins the truth, and one who does not speak in at all, but honks. What speakin thee of this? This is fairy talk. No thing has honkin in this land since Mother Duck laid the big egg. No honkin since then? No, sire. Something is rotten in the wood, Cutter. Aye, a murder. With perversions at its source. Speak to me of perversions. I have no thing to say, for I do not tarry with them. What do thou tellin me? I am troubled by the murder, but of it I know no thing. I warn thee, my forgiftness makes no room for liars. Thou will do what thou must, Cutter, I have no doubt. Thy brothers speakin of 3 brothers, one who always lies, one who always tellins the truth, and one who does not speakin at all but honks. What speakin thee of this? I do not honkin, sire, I swearin upon it. Never hast thou honkin? Never, never, 'tis a sin in my eyes. I say I did not do the murder. I also say I am one of 3 brothers. One of us always tellins the truth, one of us always lies, and the third of us does not speak in at all, but honks. Thou lies about honkin tree. What say? Thy brothers honkin not. Thou wouldst lie to the Cutter of the wood? Thou wouldst do a murder in the wood? Aye, thou hast the right of it. I sought only to distracten thee, whilst I makin my escape. Goodbye, Cutter. Do not run from me, tree. Thou do not run. Nay, I grow in 100 years I will hath grown so tall and strong, thine axe will never fell in me. But I will not wait 100 years. This part of the dialogue is exhausting. A little bit. Big rot in the wood today, Cutter and... Wait, what? No, that's not you. You don't talk like that. Dark thoughts of trees, axes, and bloody sap cling to your skin. You shake them off like dreadful cobwebs. You're not sure what just happened, but as you turn over the formerly terribly cursed fedora in your hands, you feel confident that the curse which plagued this starchy little felt thing is finally gone for good. You put the hat back on. It nearly sparkles now. Upgrade! Now all you've got to reckon with is whether you're the kind of gal who goes around wearing a fedora. It'll do. Nice hat. How'd it go? It worked? I guess? Great, what was it like? I had some kind of crazy dream. There was a woodcutter, that was me, I guess? And these talking trees, and one of them had sinned? You know what? Never mind. Some kind of crazy dream is plenty for me. Cool. Does that mean I can go EB-by? Your room. Finally, time to get unpacked and get some sleep. What the heck? You stamp out the flames, but it's a total loss. Everything you own has been reduced to ash. Everything except, bizarrely, the stamp from Murray's letter. What the fuck? That was my stuff. It's a shelf for knickknacks and tchotchkes? There's an old rag doll on the top shelf. Must have been left by the previous tenant. What? Hmm? Sorry, 1 second. Huh, okay. Never mind. A dream about school. It's a poster of my favorite literary ghost. Marley? Lots of people in this hallway, it seems. Hello. Hello. How's it going? Do you know which locker is mine? I can't remember which locker is mine. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's alright. I'll figure it out eventually. Why does his face keep changing? 6 lockers. You open the first locker to reveal a thriving colony of ants. The second locker is full of peanut butter. The third locker contains a tiny shrine to Babe Ruth. The fourth locker is empty. The fifth locker is filled with cookbooks, but they're all in French. The sixth locker opens onto the vast, uncaring emptiness of space. You slam it shut quickly, so as to not suffocate. There isn't a seventh one. I said check the seventh locker. Okay, geez, you look in the seventh locker. It's filled with old school papers. They've all got your name on them. They're your papers. How I Spent My Summer by Raine Twitch TV, age 6. This summer, I visited my Uncle Murray. Uncle Murray is funny. He knows magic. I had a fun time with Uncle Murray. The end. Underneath the pile of school papers, you find... Ugh, an overdue library book. Our founder, Branworth Gorvunculus III. This lady looks friendly. Hi there, you must be... She flips through the book on her desk. Ah, here we are. Twitch TV. Raine Twitch TV. Yes, I am. I'm your academic advisor. It's time for you to choose your class. But I dropped out. In life, certainly. You must, however, choose a class. This is where I pick a character class. Now then, it looks like there are 3 classes for you to choose from. There's Advanced Kicking and Throwing. This class is for pig skinners. Then we have Overview of Curd Conjuring. This is a class for cheese wizards. And finally, Weird Time Signatures 504. This, of course, is for jazz agents. I'm interested in being a pig skinner. As accomplished athletes, pig skinners use their muscle to solve problems. In combat, they prefer the direct application of physical force, punctuated by giving the occasional noogie. As trained chef magi? Cheese wizards use their intellect and mysticality to accomplish their goals. In combat, they wield hard elemental cheeses to damage their foes and soft, soothing cheeses to heal themselves and their allies. I'm interested in being jazz agents. Masters of syncopation and improvisation, jazz agents use their rhythm and moxie to move through the world in style. In combat, they attack with subtlety, weakening their enemies and stacking the odds in their favor over time. Okay, should I be a pig skinner, a cheese wizard, or a jazz agent? uh... Cheese is awful. Maybe... Muscle, magic, or moxie? I mean, we've already put 1 point into moxie, so I suppose a jazz agent is... Alrighty, you're a jazz agent. The name's Twitch TV. Raine, Twitch TV. Now then, there's just the minor matter of your minor. It looks like you've already completed it, but it doesn't say what you studied. Plants. Bugs, birds, and bees. Rocks. Gems and their hopes and dreams. Plants. In cryptobotany. Well, with that, I believe we're done. Feel free to wake up and go about your day. How would I go about doing that? She smiles and points to the door on the right side of the screen. I mean, the right side of the dream. Just go through that door. Thank you. The only way to interact with your inventory during a dream is if you convinced Freddy to hold it for you at the exact moment you went to sleep. I did that, though. I didn't. I did! I asked Freddy to hold all my stuff and he said yes. You don't even know Freddy. Fine. You're dreaming, so it probably isn't safe to look too closely at your character sheet right now. The nice lady at the desk says that this doorway leads back to your waking life. Alright. Sure. You awake feeling surprisingly refreshed. Yesterday's adventures leaving you none the worse for wear. Your effects reset each day. Okay. So it's like foraging. Okay. Morning, Raine. How'd you sleep? Wait, why are you still wearing those wet clothes? All of my other clothes burned up in a freak luggage fire. Jeez, that's weird and unfortunate. You seem less surprised by it than I would expect. We've kind of gotten accustomed to weird and unfortunate stuff happening around here. You can pick out some clothes from the shop out front if you don't mind looking like someone's dusty old grandma. I'll be alright. Thanks anyways. Well, once you've got the sleep out of your eyes, I've got another mission for you. Another cursed thing? Yeah, I've had my eye on it for a while, but it keeps moving around. Mostly the readings put it at the local speakeasy, at the back of an alley at the other end of the block. The artifact isn't there right now, but that's where I'd start looking. Maybe you can pick up some clues? Okay, what am I looking for? It appears to be a watch of some kind. A pocket watch, or maybe a wristwatch. I can't be certain. A watch in the speakeasy in the alley. Got it. Anything else? You'll need the password for the speakeasy. It's fiddlesticks. Also, let me give you this to-do list. It's enchanted to always show you whatever's written on the chalkboard here. That's a pretty neat trick. Here's some meat for expenses, too. The army surplus next door should have anything you need in case things get rough. That's ominous, but thanks. Sure. It goes nowhere. Okay. Chapter 1. Welcome to Ocean City. The proprietor stands behind the counter. Hi there, my name is Raine. Hello, fellow war enthusiast. I'm Herschel. Herschel Wood. I wouldn't say I'm an enthusiast. Herschel's expression doesn't change. Can I interest you in any fine historical memorabilia? Cola Wars gas mask. They've made a few critical advancements in gas mask technology since the Cola Wars, but these old-style ones have the advantage of being slightly cheaper. Oh, okay. Well, I want to make friends with the cat. Ask him, what's the story with those grenades? Oh, they're probably fine. Why doesn't the box say fine grenades then? He looks at the grenades, then at you. Say, how do you like to do some field research? Yeah, sure, why not? He hands you a bunch of grenades. Just try them out next time you get in a fight, and when you're all done, come back and let me know how it went. Okay. You weave between various trash cans and piles of uncanned trash until you reach a serious-looking door. You knock. A little panel slides open near the top of the door, and narrow eyes regard you through it. Password. Fiddlesticks? Okay, come on in, but you better not be a pro-he. Speak easy, friend. No! No, give me the spittoon! I want it! The man behind the bar is shaking up a storm. He looks up as you approach, but doesn't stop shaking. Hello. He grins. Hello, baby. Welcome to Oliver's place. My name's Raine. Whatever you say, baby. Are you Oliver? Oh, heck no. I'm Fancy Dan the Cocktail Man. Pleased to meet you, Dan. Hey, do you happen to know what time it is? Perhaps because you have a watch on you? Sorry, baby. The only one around here who carries a pocket watch is the owner. Oliver Gluck, and he left about an hour ago to pick up our latest shipment of hooch. From who? From whom, baby? Before I was Fancy Dan the cocktail man, I was Fancy Dan the English teacher. Sorry. From whom? From the mob guys we always get it from. Where is the handoff? Fancy Dan smiles. The old refrigerator factory. I see. How do I get there? Dan grabs a cocktail napkin and hands it to you. Thanks? Oh, wrong napkin. Here. He takes that napkin back and grabs a different one with a couple of icons scrawled on it. Take the napkin. Napkin? As you take the napkin, Dan points at one of the icons on it. We're here, behind Murray's store on Plunkett Street, so if you go out of the alley and then head straight for the edge of the napkin, you can't miss the factory. Thanks, Dan. Don't mention it, baby. Want a drink for the road? First one's on the house. What do you have to drink around here? Beer. I'll have a beer then. Excellent choice. Keeps things simple. I want to talk to... I want the spittoon. Give me the spittoon. Hey, Dan, your spittoon is kind of inconvenient. Nah, baby. That spittoon isn't for spitting in. That's gone out of style now that mass-produced cigarettes are readily available anyway. No, that's a bona fide historical artifact. What, really? That's right. Belonged to a famous adventurer from Frisco, just before the turn of the century. Really? Who? Well, nobody's exactly sure. A lot of people think it belonged to Mumfler Fumperdink. It's a strong theory because if there's one thing we know about that cat, he loved spittoons. But other people say it belonged to a fella by the last name of Thurnlion. Thurnlion? And a whole lot of other people claim it belonged to a whole lot of other people. Isn't Mumfler Flumperdink what Markiplier named his character for went for his playthrough? I'm fairly certain. I'm pretty sure Markiplier named his character Mumfler Flumperdink. That's amazing. If that's a nod to that, that's fantastic and I love it. What? Oh. But there's one thing we know for sure about this spittoon. Whosever it was, they didn't use it for spitting into. They wore it as a hat. What? Oh, gross. Right. They sure got into weird stuff back then. Yeah, no kidding. I wanna... No. I wanna rummage around in the spittoon. It brings back good memories. Milky-eyed sot. He turns his head towards you and smiles. You buy him a drink. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks. Distilled to its essence, a lake is just a valley abandoned. Okay then. This guy loves hitting those spoons together. Wait, aren't those the fishmen from the Watchful Eye basement? You're so used to not thinking about where things go once you put them in a tube. Hi. Remember me from the tube? Beat it, hun. We're off the clock. I didn't realize you could talk. I can talk about anything you like. Dickens, Flaubert, the Brontes. What can you tell me about Dickens? I think his books are too long. What can you tell me about Flaubert? I think his books are too long. What can you tell me about the Brontes? I think their books are too long. Well, what books are the right length? None. Okay, this was helpful. Enjoy your drinks. This guy doesn't care about anything except the bass line. This lady seems to be dancing to a different song than the other people. Go away. This guy's been infected with the Charleston fever. The player piano trills a tune. This lady is making ethereal music with spirit-filled glasses. It's weirdly responsible of this illegal poison dispensary to have a first aid kit. Gauze and activated charcoal. Sure. Some weird symbols are carved into one of the floor tiles. Is there gonna be a cult? These people are obviously on a first date, and you shouldn't bother them. Don't bother him. He's bouncing. Okay, then. Walk somewhere else. The fridge factory. As you're walking, Gabby strikes up a conversation. So, you are new in Ocean City. Your first time at it? That's right, yeah. What things have you got of it? Well, to be honest with you, it seems a little run down. Yes, Gabby understands you. It was much nicer before an economy happened. Lots of people, very excitement. Oh! Have you seen the boardwalk yet? It's like a cat wearing pajamas. What? It has games there and a future teller. Well, that does sound like, a cat's wearing pajamas. Oh. These folks look like they're here for some serious business. Whoa there, kiddo. This is a private party. Club members only. Yeah, like he said, club members only. What kind of club is it? It's the Fraternal Order of people who bribed us more than we're earning as gate guards. Fop bum egg? I've never heard of it. How do I join? What are you, thick? I'd have thought it was obvious, pal. You give us meat. How much? Bunch of dudes in a field wearing only hats. Only hats? Yeehaw. Shit. Very hard fight. No thanks. How am I supposed to come up with that kind of meat? You could try panhandling with the other bums over in Goldthwaite Park. They want your meat. They do want my meat. They want to grasp it. Where's that? Just head north and west of here. You can't miss it. Yeah, you can't miss it. For the love of Mike, Clancy, dry up. Let's see the boardwalk. A hobo nods pleasantly as you pass and tips his battered hat to you. Howdy, miss. My name's Pete McNichols. I ain't been able to find any work in town. Any chance you could spare 6 meat so as I can buy some caviar? I'd be real grateful. Caviar? Not just, say, a sandwich? Well, I aim high, I figure. I don't know what I'd call 6 meat caviar, but it isn't aiming high. Yeah, here you go. Thanks a heap, miss. You're a real good egg. You're not sure if the lamppost is holding up the hobo or vice versa. Hi there, I'm Raine. Well, hey there. Pleased to meet you, Raine. I'm Dusty. What's up, Dusty? Oh, nothing much. Just hanging around. I was gonna run a 3-card money down here on the boardwalk, but that didn't pan out. Why not? Well, there's a fella already running a game down the way, and I prefer not to step on his toes. Just a matter of professional courtesy, you see? You see. Also, 'cause carnies get real scary about that kind of thing, and I ain't looking to be murdered anytime soon. Any way I can help? Well, that's real kind of ya. I was thinking of looking for a different corner. Can you spare a nickel for a cup of joe to get my feet moving? Yeah, alright. Thanks, lady. You're a real good egg. You enter the dimly lit tent to see a teenage girl dressed as an old woman sitting at a velvet draped table. She points to a sign on the wall that says tarot readings, 50 meat. A grouchy-looking guy is standing under the shade of this tiny building's eaves. He glares at you silently. Public meat. You're just giving everybody your meat. Public meat. Sharing is caring. It's a long pier, but you don't want to take an even longer walk off of it. Step right up, step right up. Test your strength and your agility and your intellect. Every winner gets a prize. You there, miss. Care to face the challenge of a lifetime? Only 10 meat. What's the challenge? I like to start newcomers off with something relatively easy. All you have to do is guess my age, throw a dart to pop a balloon, and drive a nail into this board with one swing of a hammer. At the same time? That's right, care to try it? Absolutely not. Well, not with that attitude you won't. No. No. Okay. You barely have time to react as the ground shakes and shudders violently without warning, then bursts in a rain of earth as several large, slimy tentacles force their way out of the ground, writhing and twisting and groping at their surroundings. Incidentally, the reaction you barely had time to make was, "Ah!" Fight! Oh, this might not. Oh, well, I've got. How many AP do I have? I have 1 AP. Three and three. I'm gonna lose. Violently. Oh, wait. That's... not great. You lost. The tentacles grab you by the ankles and slam you against the ground until they get bored and slither away. You wait a few minutes for your wounds to scab over. Ow. The park groundskeeper is inspecting a clipboard with the panicked paralysis of someone who has so much work to do that he can't do any of it. Hey there, is something wrong? Huh? Oh, sorry, miss. I don't want to seem rude, but I'm much too busy to chat. I'm stuck running this place by myself, and there's about a million things to do. Well, I could use a little extra pocket meat. How about I help you out? That would be great, except the new city regulations disallow hiring random part-timers. Since this is a municipal park, only official government contractors are allowed to work here. There's a law against side quests? Just to be a thorn in my side as far as I can tell. It's not like any of these tasks are dangerous or anything. You got kind of a cagey look on your face when you said that. Okay, well, 2 of them are dangerous, but that isn't even half, and I submitted a request for help weeks ago and still haven't heard anything back. Well, you're in luck. I just happen to be an official government contractor. That would be terrific, but I am going to need to see some proof of that. What, you don't believe me? I'm hurt. I'll have you know I was recruited by Mr. Johnson himself. Who? Johnson, from Parks and Rec. Jeez, man, don't you know your own department? He'd be outright dismayed to hear that. Oh, that Johnson. No, that's fine. No problems here. Great, what do you need me to do? Well, that depends. What kind of contractor are you? A statue polisher, I guess? Oh, thank God. I sure wasn't looking forward to doing that job. I think the birds must be eating leftovers from the old Snackle Cakes factory. It's horrible. Here's a rag. Statue wipe and rag. The groundskeeper unlocks the maintenance shed behind him. Can't promise there's anything you'll need in here, but feel free to borrow whatever strikes your fancy. A made of homemade cookies. Maintenance overalls. Ooh, that's handy. Okay. Oh, I need a stench armor. Do I have anything that'll give me stench armor? There we go. Now you can get a good look at it. It's a statue of Corinthia Beschenbosel. Corinthia Beschenbosel, mayor of Ocean City, 1805 to 1823, is credited with putting Ocean City on the map by suggesting maybe we should build a dock or something so boats can park here. War always doesn't change. May the forces of the Red continue to dominate and refresh forevermore. Dedicated in 1919 by the National Cola Association. This statue, hand-chiseled from photo reference and enchanted to drive away mice, was gifted to Ocean City in 1902 by Hobart Puppert! Our owl skeleton guy! I had too much cola. Here's to all those brave boys in blue who took the ultimate challenge. Dedicated in 1919 by the Ocean City VCW. Daniel Ocean founded Ocean City in 1770, and on his deathbed in 1804 requested that visitors to this monument only view the statue from the left, as he felt that was his better side. I got those nasty statues clean. Thanks for that amazing opportunity. No need to thank me. I was happy to provide opportunity to a working stiff. Here's your official city payment. Thanks. Anything else you need done? Well, that depends. What kind of contractor are you? Landscaper? Perfect. Our carnivorous plant exhibition in the botanical gardens has gotten out of control. When you say out of control? As in, this is less of a job for pruning shears and more for a baseball bat with nails in it. Botanical garden. You enter the botanical garden and to find it overrun by dangerous-looking weeds. Man-eaterous Chompiterius, to be precise. You know this detail because you minored in cryptobotany. That's the power of education. How dare you hurt my turtle? You have successfully weeded the botanical garden. Yay! Wetlands Nasty Bramble, donated by a patron with no regard for the safety of the staff. Wait, what? Highland Bonebush. Highland Bonebush. We are beginning to believe that this specimen was donated as a joke. Northern palm tree. Do not punch. Beer removed due to prohibition. It's a control system for the botanical garden's extremely complicated watering system. I dealt with your botanical uprising. Well, good. Here's your official city payment. Thanks. Anything else you need done? Well, that depends. What kind of contractor are you? I'm a plumber. Well, that's plumb convenient. Our fountain stopped running because it requires a real specific water pressure, and the pressure we get in from the municipal water supply has gotten unreliable lately, so I need someone to go down and adjust it. I'll unlock the manhole for you. That sounds easy enough. Where's the manhole? Presented to Goldswaite Park, November 13th, 1922, by Margaret, Ocean City Comptroller. A few of my favorite pointy rocks. Looks like part of the sign's been graffitied. Note says, stop messing with these switches. The fountain does not work unless the pressure is exactly 40 gallons per minute. 50. 7. Okay. It's 50. 30. 15. 7. 3. Okay, so not you. 30. 7, 3. I fixed your fountain. It's running nice and smooth now. Anything else you need done? I'm an exterminator. Oh, great. We've got some real trouble at our Lepidopteritorium. The butterfly zoo. A bunch of horrible monsters got in, and I'm afraid they're going to hurt the butterflies. Some of them are rare and expensive. Can you describe these monsters? Nope, I very deliberately did not get a close look at them. That sounds awful, but alright. Leave my turtle alone. So rude. Ow. My poor turtle. Turtle is stronger than you are. I mean, it's not terribly difficult to be stronger than me. Turtle grows stronger. Good job, Turtle. I got rid of the gross monsters in the Butterfly Museum. Did you know they were actually I don't want to know what they were, thanks. I like to sleep at night. Here's your official city payment. Security guard? That's awfully humble for a police officer. What? I mean, since the municipal city police force was entirely replaced with contractors, you might as well call yourself a cop, right? All the rest of them do. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. There's a hobo that's been hanging out by the park fountain. I'd like you to move him along. Is he causing trouble? No, not as such. Everyone likes him, but busking in the park is against city ordinance, and rules are rules, you know? I... Hey, miss. Can you spare a little meat? Sure, here you go. His eyes brighten. Thanks, and thanks again, doll. Hey, I need you to leave the park. You what? Yeah, sorry, but the caretaker says you gotta go. There's a city ordinance against busking here, he says. Funny how that only starts getting enforced after I stop giving that bozo a cut. Of course, you and I both know only the police can actually run me off out of here, and you ain't no flatfoot. That is true. I could make it worth your while. Ah, shucks, friend. I suppose I owe you a favor anyhow, so don't worry about it. I can find somewhere else to honk this horn. Great, thanks. Yay! I got the hobo to leave. Did you beat him up? What? No! Are you sure you're a cop? Just kidding. Here's your official city payment. Thanks. The groundskeeper smiles at you. Thanks for all the help. Goldthwaite Park's looking shipshape thanks to you. Here's this for your trouble. It's been in the lost and found for years. If whoever lost was gonna find it, they'd have found it by now. I got the ring of... what? Begin every combat shielded. Ooh. Okay, so 430 meat. Fuck. You don't trust that pendulum enough to get closer to it. Can I sell anything? Hobo nods pleasantly as you pass and tips his battered hat to you. Howdy, miss. My name's Claudius Mack. I ain't been able to find any work in town. Any chance you could spare 7 meat so as I can buy some caviar? I'd be real grateful. Caviar? Not just say a cent. Oh, we've done this. Yeah, alright. I have to use them all. Fuck. Hi, Raine. How goes the hunt for the watch? I think I tracked it down, but I need a bunch of meat to get it. What is it, stuck in a gumball machine? I tracked the owner to a refrigerator warehouse, but I need to bribe some mob goons to get in. Sorry, kiddo. I already gave you all the walking around money we could spare. Maybe you could find some odd jobs somewhere? Any suggestions? Well, a lot of city services are having trouble because of new hiring rules. Maybe you could score some cash under the table at Goldthwaite Park, but I did everything. Oh no. So I need 50 meat. You hear the ringing of cathedral bells and turn to see their source. Unsurprisingly, it's a cathedral. Unless you're just naturally surprised by cathedrals. Oh, here's the meat. Thanks and welcome to the club. Yeah, welcome. Thanks, I guess. Here's your membership ring. He hands you a ring, and the whole group of monsters wander off, divvying up your meat as they go. You got an item. Fopum egg? Huh, this organization is actually real. Fopum egg? It's a refrigerator truck, but not the kind you're probably thinking of. These fridges are brand new and empty, and thus quite boring. All 11-in-1 oil and an anarchist's hardware. Control booth is locked from the inside. Somebody's gonna be in big trouble. Looks like something's going down over there. Hide from the watch. It's all there? All 40 cases? It's all there, Gluck. Oh. Mr. Poindexter, what are you doing here? Surprise inspection. Curious. What the heck? no time to check this out. You should go over and see what's going on. There seems to be a bit of a standoff between the mob guys and the other ones. The scary top hat nerd stares at you with barely any expression on his face, apart from a faint sneer. It appears that we have an interloper. And you are? Raine Twitch TV, what's wrong with your hat? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. It's all spooky and... it's cutting a hole in the world. I have no time for this nonsense, Mr. Gluck. Curious. Regardless, please dispatch this interloper. Oh, fuck. The top hat guy gives a taut nod, then leaves the same way he came in a horrible, weird spiral of negative space. The weird shadow monster that was once a person turns to face you. Hello? Hey, you mom guys, can I get you to give me a hand with this? Considering the newly terrifying Mr. Gluck is between us and the exit, it seems like we've got no choice. Oh, God. Cool. With the shadow creatures defeated, the two mob guys brush themselves off. This caper has got me all balled up. And how? This whole scene is nutty as a squirrel's mistress. Come on, let's amscray. They tip their hats to you and make for the door. He mostly dissolved into a cloud of that weird shadow stuff, but there are a few objects on the ground. A pocket watch, a bank pouch, and an official-looking document of some sort. You take a quick look at the document. It turns out this Gluck guy was the owner of the speakeasy. And now you are, maybe. Is that how deeds work? This booze looks dangerous, and it also appears to be tainted with some kind of sinister magical energy. Oh, this fridge is plugged in. A little note on it says, experimental, not for lunches. The fridge has been fitted with an experimental automatic ice cube maker. Unfortunately, it's made one single gigantic ice cube that fills the entire fridge. I guess if you ever need a block of ice as big as you, here's where you can get it. You don't have to leave the building. Okay. You notice a pile of yellowish-white grit in the middle of the road. You catch a whiff and identify it as muscle corn. Must have fallen off a truck and then been run over by a series of different trucks. It's powerful stuff. Shouldn't let it go to waste. You carefully separate the corn from the asphalt. It's like separating wheat from chaff, but with a more modern spin on it. Powerful grit. Why not? I found the watch. It was complicated. I'd be more surprised if you told me it was simple. Well, you know the drill. Strap it on and jump into the uncursing machine. It's a pocket watch. It doesn't just uncurse the thing and get some sleep, okay? You look like you've been through the ringer. You're not wrong. You sit in the chair, which is surprisingly comfortable, and pull the weird metal dome thing down over your head. What would you like to uncurse today? The pocket watch. The machine snorts the pocket watch up into its dome and begins its strange and loud work. The pocket watch is pulled this way and that. Its ticks become kits, and its talks become cots. And as its three hands are forcibly bent back, you swear you hear screams. And then it's done. The watch falls into your lap. Hands now set to 5622. You've got an item, an uncursed pocket watch. The watch's curse now resides within the machine. Want to project your consciousness onto it? Sure. In your mind's eye, you see the hands of a pocket watch spin back on themselves with a jittery violence. With each revolution, the face of the watch itself expands until it is larger than you, and the building, and the street. Your whole world lives in the blur of the fast-running hands, in which you see life go by in reverse time. Submarines turn to longships, cities to stone dwellings, cowboys to courtesans. You are traveling faster and faster to the beginning of time itself, and there's no telling when this ride will end. Why is there a... I'm a dinosaur? What strangeness afflicts thee? Never mind, for the sun transits the horizon, and I grow ever the more in need of thy assistance. Understand, whilst you sleep under this roof, thou art my lodger, and a signature on this paperwork is by me required. A provocative remark, madame, and by thee well made. I'm not gonna eat the cat. No. Hey, easy does it, baby. We're all hungry. Please help, I'm a dinosaur. No. Oh. Yeah, baby, yeah. Whoa there, Hoss. What's got ya all horns and rattles? Been dipping into the nose paint again? Gabby doesn't talk like that. Sure is, partner. Sure is. Hey, I'm Gabby, I'm a dinosaur. Pew. I'm the quickest draw in the West, sure enough. Oh. With those two salad forks? No, you lack the opposable thumbs necessary to turn a doorknob. You're completely contained in here unless you figure out how to open doors. You slap your prehistoric tummy against the wood, but it doesn't even make a dent. Maybe that's why the dinosaurs went extinct. They couldn't open doors. Rawr. Dinosaur. There's a note for you, dinosaur. No phone number. Raine, attain thy temper. What? I want to pet the cat. You open the can of sardines. Calliope immediately wakes up, devours the entire can, and then purrs as she licks the remaining oil from your fingers. Looks like you've made a friend. New cat unlocked. You can now pet Calliope to receive a boon. You give her a nice scritching and she purrs and goes back to sleep. What is Calliope's boon? Calliope's affections have reinforced you against the slings and arrows and mice and birds of the world. Aww. How sweet. I don't want to eat the cat. Wait, no, go back. Real groovy pocket watch you got there, Raine. I like the way it ticks. You understand me? Rawr. A lot of power in that timepiece. A lot of power. Would you make a promise to me, baby? Would you promise not to throw that power away? A lot of good can be done with that groovy power, baby. Can you open the door for me? What's my dexterity? So we meet at last. With I looking the older man, though you are far older than I shall ever be. We are the Alpha and the Omega, you the beginning of time and I its end. Will you walk with me, dear friend, to watch the death of our world and the birth of another? Best of friendo! Oh, thank God. Okay. Tick, tick, tick. The hands of the uncursed pocket watch beat on, boats with the current, borne correctly into the future. You pull the pocket watch out and look at it. It's gained some luster. The curse is lifted, time is in its rightful home, and you no longer have a tail. Yeah. Calliope. Good kitty. Okay. Whose desk is this? Murray's. I keep nagging at him to straighten it up before someone bumps into it and we have to call the National Guard to dig them out of the avalanche. With curse-proof shovels and a squad of exorcists handy. Anyway, best not to mess with it. This wasn't here before, was it? No, the antique bookshelf man came by this morning and Charles couldn't resist the deal. Wow, I can't believe I slept through the antique bookshelf man. All the books are in Latin. Never learned Latin myself, so who knows if it's the history of the Roman Empire we got there, or pornography. Could be both. You know any Latin? Only pig. Ugh. Oh yeah? So what's the Latin word for pig? No, I mean pig Latin. The Latin word for pig is pig Latin? Fascinating languages. You select a random book from the Latin language collection. Lorem ipsum dolor sit amet appears to be about graphic design in the Holy Roman Empire. Hard to imagine that knowledge becoming relevant to your quest, but hey, now you know where to find it. But what is this? History's worst honking. How'd that slip in there? Better take it. Clearly too modern to have any resale value in an antique store. You read the stories of bad honks in the past and resolve to put some good honks into the future to even things out a little bit. Sacks of violence. Somebody has stuffed a few pages of sheet music into the back of the book. It's written in a sloppy hand though, so you'll really have to concentrate if you want to learn anything from it. If you do, Sacks of Violence will deal 2 more damage per round. Yeah! This music was obviously written by somebody who read about all of the bad honks and thought the problem with those honks is that they were not bad enough. It's just awful. Sacks of Violence has been upgraded. Speaking of bad honks, you really need to blow your nose. You can't find a tissue, so you use every single page of the book instead. Then, because the book is disgusting now, you throw it away. Oh, okay. You should talk to Fancy Dan. Oh, okay. Hey, it's you again. You find Oliver? Yeah. I don't like the sound of that. Oliver is gone. The handoff went extremely badly. Yeah, that too. You go over the events at the fridge factory. Fancy Dan makes a variety of faces at various points in your story because Fancy Dan is a good listener. Oliver was carrying this with him. Dan skims the deed. Says here that ownership of the speakeasy is automatically transferred to whoever has physical possession of this deed. Huh? Is that legal? None of this is legal. Oh yeah. I guess you're my new boss, baby. Let's have one drink to mourn the old boss, and another one to celebrate the new one. Too soon, Dan. I guess we gotta change the name since, well, Oliver's Place is no longer Oliver's Place. Suppose that's right. Got any ideas? Well, you could go traditional and just call it Raine's Place, or something hip like The Purple Door, or something incisive and avant-garde like, I don't know, Noblesse Oblige. What are we naming the speakeasy? Because, I mean, we gotta name it ourselves. The shit tune, yes! Oh my god. Food. The shittoon. I like it. Now to business. To business? We make the beer in-house, so that's safe, but we're out of everything else, and based on your story, I'd say the stuff at the factory isn't safe to use. Yeah, yeah. If you can find boozer mixers or garnishes, bring it back here. Any idea where to get started with that? No, but you might check with Barnaby. Barnaby? Dan points at the milky-eyed sot at the table by the wall. He doesn't see very well, but he's got a nose for news and a sixth sense for booze. He might know where you can find what you're looking for. I... He turns his head towards you and smiles. Buy him a drink. You buy him a drink and await his prognostication. After a few moments and a few sips, he clears his throat and speaks. The lake is deep enough to drown dreams, but not the sins of the grandfather. That doesn't help. Cool. Sacks of violence. Hey Raine, before you go to bed, I need you to approve a new tenant for the storefront next door. What? Why is that up to me? Charles shrugs. Somebody's gotta do it. There's 3 applicants for the place. Okay, what are they? The first applicant is Advanced Pants. It doesn't say what they plan on selling, but I have to assume that it's pants. The second is Truncheons and Bludgeons. Bludgeons. This fella is really excited about weaponry. And the last applicant is Ye Olde Chemiker. Some SIT science lady who wants to sell potions. A potion store would be useful. Okay, I'll get him moved in and get the next storefront ready for applicants. Thanks, Charles. Why are we... What is this? All of your favorite pants. Gone. It's Jeff, the kid who used to bully you in 3rd grade. Hey Jeff, listen, no hard feelings, okay? I understand, in retrospect, that you must have had problems at home, and I just want you to know everything is okay now. Jeff swats the overdue library book out of your hands. I see. Since this is just a dream version of you, you're still as much of a jerk as you were in 3rd grade. Jeff suddenly punches you, knocking out all of your teeth. Hey, if this was actually happening, I'd be really mad. You pick your teeth up and walk away? Oh my god. Ugh, it's that spooky nerd from the refrigerator factory. Who invited him to your dream? Excuse me, I need to get past you, I think. You do not belong here. I'm in my own dream? I think I'm literally the only person in all of existence who does belong here. This dream is only partially yours. This central vicinity is under different ownership. Whose ownership? I should think it obvious. I have claimed this region of your dream space for myself. And who are you? Accountant General Terrence Poindexter, decidedly not at your service. I would tip my hat to you, but you do not merit such a gesture. Fine by me. That hat is creepy and evil-looking anyway. Poindexter's eyes narrow. He points the weird device he's holding at his hat. It starts beeping in a fast, irregular pattern. Do I take you to mean that this hat appears unusual to you? In a visual sense? Well, yes, putting it mildly. It's like an anti-hat. Poindexter arches an eyebrow. I must inform the president. You want to talk to President Coolidge about your weird hat? You have misapprehended both subject and object. It is the real president I must speak with, and the topic of conversation will be you. I see. Indeed. You see far too much, in fact. When next we meet, I will have prepared a remedy for this complication. He steps off the edge of whatever it is you're standing on and plummets into the nothingness below. Well, that's a troubling bit of foreshadowing. This bookshelf is not behaving the way bookshelves do when you're awake. You grab a book at random, and the bookshelf puffs out of existence. Okay, then. Who the fuck are you, and why are you in my room? Alarmingly, a man in an expensive suit is standing at the foot of your bed. What the heck? Who are you? You may call me Don Toblerone. I representate a certain organization of, shall we say, like-minded criminals. Organized criminals? Like the mob? Wait, you're the Don of the local mob? The mob boss is in my room? Personally? No. I'm not the Don. That is merely my nomenclature. It's an abbreviation for Donald. Oh, well, that's confusing. It has been a matter of some confiscation? Yes, I do have a sobriquet, but I don't care much. I don't care for it very much. What is it? A Donny Thesaurus. I am gonna hazard a guess that they call you that because you like long words. That is very astute of you. Of course, this astutition comes as no surprise to me. My associators tell me you handled yourself well during the conflagration at the refrigerator manufactorium. I handle myself well all the time. I am here to propound for your considerationing a certain proposition. Come again? I'm here to make you an offer. Oh? Can I refuse it? Certainly, though your refusation would be, shall we say, unadvisatory. What's the offer? From time to time, my collegiates and I have certain requirements, but lack the necessary manpower. These cannot all be words. I cannot be losing that much of my mind. Necessary manpower to achieve them. At such junctures, we make lucrative arrangements with certain capable individualists. We find ourselves at this moment at a juncture such as the junctures I have thus subscribed. So, you want me to do contract work for the mob? Exactingly. Sure, why not? An excellent decision, if I may articulate such. So, what happens now? Just sit tight, as they say. We will call upon you, telephonically. He gives you a curt nod, then leaves the room through the window. It takes him 3 or 4 tries to work the latch. I'm now a contract worker for the mob. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey there, Raine, how'd you sleep? Fine, until a mob guy crawled in my bedroom window. Oh yeah, that window is pretty lousy. Anyway, the next antique I need you to find is a compass. The directions kind, not the circles kind. The Detectotron says it's out near Crystal Dream Lake. I don't know where that is, but I bet it's too far to walk. Do you have a car I can borrow? No, but I have something even better than that. 2 cars? A bus pass. The stop out front is your gateway to a whole wide world of adventure. Thanks. Where do I go when I get... Even in a game, I have to rely on public transit. Fuck. No. Okay. Where do I go when I get there? Oh, God. Unfortunately, I couldn't get a more specific reading than near the lake. Something about the place is making the instruments go all screwy. Here, take this map. Crystal Dream Lake postcard, Crystal Dream Lake Lighthouse. This is a postcard. It has a map of the lake on it. It has a picture of the lake. Yeah, that's what a map is. A picture of a place. I guess I can't argue with that logic. Let's see. What have we got over here? And we're okay for a little longer, I think. I can't believe that I'm still a public transit slave, even in a fucking game. That's simultaneously hilarious and depressing. Chapter 2. The Spooky Forest. Hey, hi, hello. Lighthouse keeper, presumably. Excuse me, are you the lighthouse keeper? Sorry to bother you. My name's Raine Twitch TV. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Are you okay? Yeah, I just ain't talked out loud in a while. I get rusty. I see. Lighthouse keepin's a lonely job, huh? Well, it's solitary, that's for sure. I ain't mind it, though. Ain't exactly a people person. What can I do for you? Have you seen an old compass around? The directions kind or the circles kind? Directions. Yep. Got an old one I picked up at an estate sale about 20 odd years ago, I reckon. I'd show it to you, but it's upstairs and the lighthouse is flooded. Flooded? Yep. Filled right up to the top. Have a look through the window and you might see a fish pass by. How does that even happen? Pump broke. No, I mean, how does a lighthouse just fill up with water? We aren't even below sea level here. Something to do with the tides, I reckon. This is a lake. Anyhow, I need a Glaxton valve to fix the pump. There's a hardware store down the road a piece, if you've a mind to help out. What? A single butt sits on the table. War and Peace, huh? That's a hefty one. Mind the bookmark now? Oh, of course. It looks like you've just started. Been reading it about 5.5 years. Your bookmark is still in chapter 1. I just about got up to the last sentence of it. I've been reading one word every day. War and Peace is almost 600,000 words long. Hey, don't tell me how it ends. I won't. Shit. Through the window, you can see that the lighthouse tower is entirely filled with water. The lighthouse keeper has put a little cork in the keyhole. Just up the road, huh? My dude. Look, words on a stick. Gabby's pointing at a sign advertising Greta's Compassionate Pet Store with an arrow pointing down the road. A pet storage. Let's go look at pets. I guess I might as well. Do you like animals, Gabby? Yes, Gabby has wants a pet for such a long time, but none of them are any good ever. Not cute enough or not strength enough. A cute, strong pet Gabby is looking for. Right down the road. Well, maybe you'll get lucky this time. After a short hike, you find a small hardware store nestled in the sparse woods surrounding the lake. It's the very model of a down-home country hardware store, except it doesn't have any old-timers sitting out front chewing the fat. Maybe it's their day off. Or maybe they ran out of fat. You're the proprietor, I assume? I presume? Yeah. Welcome to Valley Hardware, the best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Why is that? Because it's the only store in Crystal Dream Valley. Been a long time since I got to use that joke. Don't get many new customers or new jokes. What can I do for you? I need a pump valve for the lighthouse keeper. Oh, sure. What kind do you need? Glaston? A Glaston valve. No, Glaxton. I'm sure it was... Oops. Glaston. None of these are right. Are you shitting my dick? A Glaxton valve. Glaxton valve? Well, shucks. They stopped making those things nearly a decade ago. I guess there's a slight chance there's still one in the back room. Ain't been back there since termites got at the inventory. Or maybe after it got flooded. Anyway, it's a real biblical style of a disaster back there. Here, I'll unlock the door for you so you can take a look around. If you find a Glaxton valve in that mess, you're welcome to it. Thanks. Mind your step in there. What do you have for sale? Comfy hat lining. I have no meat. Never mind. Waterlogged garbage. I'm gonna have to go through the spooky door. Something's wrong with this door, in a way that termites and flooding doesn't readily explain. Step through it? You step through the hole in the door and immediately feel a sickening lurch in your stomach and a burst of, this was a bad idea, in your mind. Like when you hit the first drop on a traveling carnival's rusty and hastily assembled roller coaster. After a moment, when the feeling has subsided enough, you open your eyes and look around. It looks like you're still in the same place you were, except someone came in and cleaned everything up while you weren't looking. As you leave the storeroom, the shopkeeper spins around and you both stare at each other in surprise. You, because the shopkeeper looks quite a bit younger than he did when you went in there, and him because, hey now, the heck are you doing in my back room? And how'd you get back there without me seeing ya? I'm, a termite inspector. I didn't call for any termite inspector. No, I do surprise inspections, so the termites won't find out in advance. Well, how'd you get past me? I'm very good at my job. Well, I don't expect you found any termites. I make my own custom pesticide. Yes, it seems to be pretty effective. I might have to go back in there for a follow-up check later, though. That's fine, I suppose. Just don't move stuff around too much. I like to keep it tidy back there. Welcome to Valley Hardware, the best hardware store in Crystal Dream Valley. Because it's the only hardware store in the valley? That's a good one. I'll have to remember that. I'm sure you will. What can I do for you? I'd like to buy one of those new Glaxton valves. Sorry, government fellas bought my entire stock. What? Yep, for the big dam they're building. I can order you one, though. How long would that take? 6 to 8 weeks. Would you mind holding on to it for me if I'm not back right away? Oh, sure, that's no problem. How long you figure? 11 years? What? Nah, forget how I said that's not a problem. Well, nuts. Listen, I can tell you they bought a heap more Glaxton valves than what they're gonna need for that dam. If you go up the work site, you might get the foreman to sell you one of their spares. Where is it? Southeast end of the valley. You got a map? Well, I have a postcard. Crystal Dream Lake. I never heard of that, but it's got a little picture of a dam on there, see? That's about the same place relative to here. Ooh, the day. Well, check out the pet store for Gabby, I suppose. Two things which are hard to describe, but let's say they're more or less like smoking holes in space through which you can see the faint light of distant and dying stars float up to you with an air of menace. The two orbs squint at you, and Mr. Poindexter's voice echoes inside your head in a way that makes your eardrums itch. Ah, Miss Twitch TV. Clearly you did not recognize the warning inherent in our last meeting. How predictable you are. Did you predict this hand gesture? I suppose you think you're clever. I dislike clever people. Well, that makes sense, considering how you're so deeply in love with yourself. Miss Twitchy, you are interfering in affairs that do not concern you, and they are the affairs of very important and powerful people. I'm just trying to find my uncle. How about you creeps stop interfering in my affairs? This is your final warning, Miss Twitch TV. We are not playing games. Well, that's a shame. I could teach you a pretty good one. It's called Blackjack. You about to truncheon and you've been hiding behind your back and give Poindexter a hard crack across both eyes. Ugh, you dirty, uncouth little... Next time we meet, I'll put you in your place. The orbs vanish in a haze of black smoke. I'll cram this blackjack up your place, jerk. And by place, I mean ass. That wasn't there before. Oh, we haven't been here before. Derp derp. A scrawny. Hello there, welcome to Greta's Compassionate Pet Store. I'm Greta. Hey Greta, I'm Raine. Can I ask you a question? Of course. Where are all the pets? Oh, they're all back. In cages? No, in the woods. I see. What stops them from leaving? Compassion. Okay. What pets do you have for sale? Well, I've got this snake available for adoption. I've also got one giant mosquito left in stock. Tell me about the snake? Oh, you can't go wrong with the world's most dangerous rope. This guy will totally fill your enemies with poison. Just 150 meat. Maybe not for me. A giant mosquito? Hey now, don't knock it. A mosquito is great to have on your side in a fight. Not only can they suck the blood out of stuff, they can also pump that blood into you to heal you. Mathematically speaking, that's twice the power. What do you feed these? Oh, you don't have to worry about regular food. They'll graze or scavenge for whatever. They're very resourceful. Well, that's certainly convenient. If you want to soup them up a bit, though, make them really beefy, I sell some specially formulated familiar chow. I'm a little uncomfortable with the use of words like soup and beef in a pet store, but okay. Tell me about the special chow. I've got 3 bags of familiar chow left. Familiar chow is specially formulated to beef up your buddies. Alright. Say, before you leave, would you like a complimentary copy of this book I wrote? Sure, why not? Greta's Guide to Cross-Species Friendship. The book is pretty woo-woo, but you have to admit that it creates warm feelings in your heart towards familiars. Now it's time to exploit that warmth and kindness. There's an appendix in the back filled with trust exercises, but you're not sure you've got the energy for that right now. If you do, call for backup will cause your familiar to act an additional time. Okay. This, what do you call it, is huge. Damn. This pump has a Glaxton valve on it. The valve is held in place by decades of corrosion. Even if you could detach it, it'd get wrecked in the process. Strain pipe. Postulant Gulch. Some careless dam worker has abandoned a toolbox here. Hey, Poindexter says nobody who ain't on the crew is allowed on site. Poindexter? Yeah, Poindexter. The foreman, Terrence Poindexter. Oh, jeez. The man clutches his stomach. Are you alright? Just starving is all. The rest of the crew went to lunch, but somebody had to stay here and keep all the rubberneckers and looky-loos off the site. I drew the short pants. Short pants? Do you mean straw? No, we got these 6 little pairs of pants we found when we cleared out a nest of fairies. I see. What about that table over there that says lunch? There's a reason everybody else left the site to eat, pal. You don't want to eat what Poindexter considers lunch. How bad could it be? Is it jellied eels or something? Man, I'd kill for a jellied eel. Poindexter brings these little bottles of sludge. He says, how does it go? He says, the point of eating is nutrition. Making sustenance pleasurable is a pointless waste of time and resources. Shh. He's a real riot at parties, that guy. Sounds awful. It's because it is awful. You consider offering the guy something to eat, but you don't have anything. Okay. We... pipe shoes? Okay. You know what? This is probably a good pausing point for the evening. Let's see. Yeah, we're just crawling past 1:30, so this is probably a good pausing point for now. Let's see if there is anyone to raid to. Oh, it looks like Super is still going with their birthday stream. That's amazing. Why don't we'll say hey to them again. So if y'all don't mind sticking around just a couple extra minutes while we raid out so we can show a fellow streamer some love. Super is a phenomenal human being. They're a fellow Canadian like myself and just is absolutely infectiously positive. And I think you'll really love them. I'm not sure if he's still alive or if his son Benji has taken over for the evening. I know they've been kind of switching off and on while they are working towards 48 hours. So we'll pop in and say hello. I am planning on streaming some more tomorrow night. I'm not entirely sure what time it'll be, but as always, if you would like to stay updated on when I will be live again, in addition to making sure that your Twitch notifications are on for my channel, you can join my Discord. There's a link to an open invite to the server in my Twitch profile page, and Jeeves has thrown that link in chat for us ever so helpfully. Come say hey and join the chaos. I will be posting the VOD of the stream to YouTube over the next day or so. It's going to be 2 parts, one for the end of West of Loathing, and then a second video for the start of Shadows over Loathing. We're going to shoot a quick prayer to the internet gods, glory to them, hallowed are their names. There is a playlist of this playthrough of the Kingdom of Loathing games already set up and ready to go, so you can catch up on anything that you've missed if you feel so inclined. I have also been told that my streams are a fantastic sleep aid for those of you that also suffer from insomnia like myself. The link to my YouTube channel can also be found in my Twitch bio. But thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me. I'm really enjoying this. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, evening, whatever it may be, wherever you are.